Alrighty, we are so excited to get started. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And we wanted to welcome you to our business opportunity call. And my name is Stacy Warzak. We are going to just go over some things about the business and about a little bit about Valentis and what the company is and where it's been and where we feel it's going. So real quick, Valentis is Latin for prevail, and that is a lot of what our products say on the sticks and on the packaging, prevail. That's a lot of what they're named. So Latin, Valentis in Latin means prevail. We are a 4-year-old debt-free company, and we were founded in July of 2014. Our corporate office is in South Dakota, but we have several warehouses all around the United States, and we are expanding into other countries as well. We have several products. The best seller is Optimum Coffee, and it was launched in May of 2018. So it's almost 1 year old, and it is definitely the best product that we have and the most exciting product that everyone is getting amazing results with. And we just launched our Optimum Cocoa, which is the exact same formula as the coffee in hot chocolate form. So it's the best of both worlds. For people who don't love coffee, they can still have amazing results with cocoa. Our CEO, his name is Dave Jordan, and he has been a top earner in several network marketing companies. But unfortunately, as he was working with other companies, he was finding that a lot of them were not geared for the rep. They were more to make the people who got in the business way at the beginning, or the CEO or the corporate offices, rich or heavy in their pockets, and then the reps would do all the hustling and they would get little to nothing. And so he was heck bent on making a company that was more about the reps. And so that is a little bit about Valentis. And I wanted to introduce you now to, if it will let me, actually let me go through this real quick, but we do feel that there are 5 key elements to the success of any network marketing company. And we know that there are several options out there now, but we feel Valentis has all of these plus an extra one. And the 5 elements that we want to quickly go over is company management and leadership. So we kind of talked about that with Dave Jordan and his leadership and the way that he wanted to find a company that was for the reps. The product and the service, it has to be consumable. So there's a lot of companies out there that, offer products that are consumable, but they're not something that people use on a daily basis. So instead of what we call here as a simple swap, you swap your coffee for our coffee, they're looking at it more as a sacrifice to purchase something that another company may offer. So here we have a product that is highly used by over 87% of people every single day, and it is consumable. So it runs out, which is a good thing for us as reps because it has to be replenished, and that's part of how we get paid. The compensation plan here at Valentis is quite different than what I was used to, and I'll tell you a little bit about my story later. Amanda as well was with the same company, but we come from a company where the comp plan was a little bit less than. And so when we talk about the compensation plan here at Valentis, and we'll dig into it a little deeper later, but this compensation plan is truly about paying the reps faster, right out of the gate, and more often, in more ways than I've ever seen in my experience. The timing of network marketing companies is super important, because if you get in a company too far past or right after the peak of what the trend shows to be the best time to get in one of these types of business models, you sort of miss the boat. And so when you hear of bigger companies that have been out there for a long time, it's wonderful. They've made a great name for themselves. Everybody's heard of them. But at the same time, those aren't the companies you want to jump on board with, because the timing is definitely past their prime. And so you want to get into an opportunity that several people have heard the term ground level, ground floor, and while I don't know how I feel about that term, I feel that this company is right before the sweet spot, and it is predicted in 2019 that we are going to hit that sweet spot. So before the year ends, it's definitely a great time to get involved in Valentis. The training and support that you'll receive both from the corporate level, once you sign up as a rep, you will get 7 days, 7 different emails training you, teaching you about from corporate. However, you will also get training and support from us here on the Grind Tribe and Get Your Fit Together. So we are very much a hands-on team, and we'll get into that a little later, but you're going to be given all the tools you need: training, support, encouragement, community. You're never going to feel like you're doing this thing alone. And then the last thing, which is the 6th element that we feel Valentis has, is heart. And we want to go into a little bit about what Amanda's going to talk about that. Actually, no, Amelia. I think we might have mixed up the slides this time. Usually I can go in order in my brain, but Amelia's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and we'll get into the heart of the business in just a minute. Go ahead, Amelia.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Amelia, as Stacy mentioned. It's funny to see my face so big here. I'm like, whoa. So I just wanted to share a little bit about how I got started. As you can see, I'm a boy mom with 2 boys that are 5 and under. So I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and happily married for 10 years. But I, too, was with another company for about 6 years. So I want to kind of back up a little bit and kind of share how I got started in this health and wellness journey and how I ended up here at Valentis. So in 2010, my mom was actually diagnosed with a brain aneurysm, and we had an opportunity to go out, to fly out to where she had her surgery. And while she was in recovery, I decided to go on this hike up to this super crazy mountain, Camelback Mountain, if any of you have heard of it, and it took me a good few hours to get to the top, if not longer, maybe probably longer. And I just remember getting to the top and just crying and just crying out for help, and just I was really, really searching for a solution. And I just asked God. I'm like, God, we need a solution for my family, for their health. I don't want any other families to go through some of these health crises that I saw. We had everything from obesity to aneurysms, heart conditions. So I became a certified holistic health coach a few years later. My mom is still with us today, and she's doing great. I like to mention that. And then I started my own business. I was trading hours for dollars, and then I came across this amazing industry, network marketing, and I kind of realized the potential that this could have for my family, that I really had a desire after my 2nd child to stay at home. But I was constantly, with my last company, I was constantly inviting people to events. I felt like I was following up with the same people over and over, and it was just really hard to share the product. And they say in network marketing that to give it a solid 4 years, that first year is going to be like your freshman year. Well, I was well into graduate school at that point, and I just wasn't making what I wanted to make. And let's face it, we all start businesses to make money. And the bonus about this company is we can help so many people, and so many people are attracted to this because it is just that simple swap of coffee. Most people are already drinking coffee in the morning, or cocoa. So 70% of our sales are coffee, but we have some other amazing products. And so I love being able to help moms that have a desire to be more at home with their children and to not miss those moments with their children. I love to help empower them and show them that it can be done, and it can be done with this industry. So I love the heart. I love that this culture is it's just a fun, easy, it's just very different, I think, than what you'll probably find with other companies. And just feel really grateful that this just fell into my lap. Amanda, you'll hear from in just a few minutes. We both, she started with her last company that she was with, and I started with mine around the same time, and we just kept in touch. And then I saw this Magic Coffee thing, and I'm like, what are you doing? And it made sense. Back in December, I had actually tried the coffee. A little bit about this story, my personal story with this. I'd lost a few pounds just in the first 5 days, and I'm like, I am sold, and I'm sure this can help so many other people. So the power of social media right there. And I'm excited to hear what Amanda has to say also. So I'm not sure if she's speaking next, but it's just, it's a great company to be a part of. It's a lot of fun, and very grateful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amelia. So yes, Amanda's going to go through a few of these. And as we talked about Heart before, in our business, we help people with the simple swap, and it's helping people and changing people's lives. So Amanda, if you want to just share, it doesn't have to be what's on the screen. It can be anything, because I know there's so many more than these few on the screen. So go ahead, and then you can go right into your story after that.
Okay, great. So one of the biggest things for me in signing up for this company, with our last company, it was all about helping people with their health and fitness, and to switch. And I had a big heart in that, and I'll tell you why a little bit in my story in a minute. But there had to be a connection, a heart connection with whatever I was doing or selling, and how that was going to be helping somebody else. I couldn't just, nothing against mascara or nails or cleaning products. All of those things have a purpose, and some people love them more than others, but none of that connected with me. And coffee didn't really connect with me either. I've told many of my team, I honestly hate the taste of coffee, but this still works for me. But I didn't know how I was going to connect with people over coffee. But when we started drinking it, and I just make it a certain way so that I love the taste. When we started drinking it, we immediately saw results, and which is why I had to share it with people. And some of the comments that were coming back from people you see on the screen, but there were others. One of the girls in our group had been trying to get pregnant for months and months with IVF. And if anybody is familiar with IVF, she was gaining a lot of weight with the treatment, and they got pregnant, and then they lost the baby, and she just needed a mental break from it for a while. And she said, but I'd really like to lose all this weight before we try again. So the Magic Coffee helped her lose that weight. This wasn't really about losing weight to look good in a bikini. This was about mentally preparing herself for this next round where she knew she was going to gain weight again, but this was about a baby, and it's a much deeper thing for her. She's now pregnant. I think she's in her second trimester, so she's over the moon. I have another girl in our group who has iron deficiency, and she was always getting injections and transfusions at the hospital. I love the kissy moments on the camera. And she was always getting injections at the hospital, and she was so weak and so tired all the time from being so low in her iron that she was sleeping most of the day. And she used to be a runner. So to go from being a runner all the time, like a long distance runner, to sleeping most of the day was really hard for her. And this coffee was not about weight loss for her at all. It was about giving her energy to not only stay up throughout the day, but to start exercising and working out again. So that was a big thing. So while this is a great thing for weight loss, and it totally is, it helps so many other things. And we can even just flip into the next slide, because I'll just explain how it helped me so much. So I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Amanda, and I love this picture. I have a 13-year-old daughter going on 35, and I started at the same company that Stacy was in 2012. And the first thing I can say is, in my 6th year of that company, I was making a certain amount towards the end, right before I left. And in my second or third month with the coffee company, I beat my income from the month in the 6th year of my old company. So what Stacey was saying about this company giving money early on, you don't have to work from your freshman year, like Amelia was saying, from your freshman year to your senior year to finally start earning something. You don't have to sacrifice your life for 4 years just to get into a place where you can start earning money. You can actually start earning it really, really fast. And because it's a product that sells itself, that's just kind of bonus. So when I started I started the coffee company in October of 2018, but in about June of 2018, I started getting sick, and I have a really jacked up immune system and digestive tract, so it wasn't anything so out of the ordinary, but I was working out 6 days a week. I was eating really healthy, and for some reason I had a really distended belly every day. And I would go to work and all dressed up in, professional wear, and I have to get to work and unbutton my pants by 9 o'clock every day. It didn't matter what I drank or what I ate. I was so swollen. I was in excruciating pain every morning. And I'd sit there with my pants unbuttoned and my shirt pulled down over it so nobody would see while I was interviewing people all day long, and just count down the hours until I could go home and put my stretchy pants on. And so that happened all summer. It was just progressively worse. And in the hot of North Carolina, I was just miserable all summer. And about September, I guess, is when Stacey and I started talking about this other product. And she was asking how business was going with my other company, and it was fine, but it was kind of frustrating and hard to be a product of the product when I was gaining weight and I was hugely distended and didn't look like the product was working because it wasn't doing much for me anymore. And she said, and I was at the point, actually, I told her where I was going to be going to specialists just to have them put me on, not diet pills, but a program. They were going to figure out what was wrong with me and why I can't lose weight anymore. And Stacey said, you should try this coffee thing. And I'm like, okay, I've tried everything. I've tried working out 6 days a week and eating nothing but salads. How is coffee going to help me at all? But at that point I was so desperate, and I've been there before with my health where I'll try anything. So, okay, try some coffee. So I tried some coffee, and in the first month I lost 10 pounds. My boyfriend lost 10 pounds, and my stomach went from hugely distended, having to unbutton my pants, to all the way flat, having to pull them up all day and needing to buy new pants. And that feeling, and it's kind of gone back and forth, and that's just because of my health issues, but that feeling that I had is something that I know so many people needed to have. So many people struggle with their weight and struggle with their digestion and being bloated all day long, and your energy is sucked out of you because you're just so miserable and so in so much pain. So I knew that I had to share that with other people, and I actually felt like it would be selfish of me to not tell other people that this product was out there. So I started sharing it, and it's coffee. It's not hard. So it's very simple, very easy to build that following. I've never had a product that works so fast. I've never seen a network marketing company that gives the reps money so quickly and so much. So this was a great switch for me, for my health, and not only that, but for my family's income. We were able to get a new place, completely furnish it, pay for all my daughter's dance lessons. Everything that we have now pretty much is paid for. Our whole Vegas trip paid for with coffee money. So it's been a huge, huge blessing for us.
It's not listening. It likes to listen, and then it doesn't listen. It's like my children. Let's see. I think there's another slide that we missed. Yes, a few. Oh, the most important. So I'll take this one, Amanda, then you can take the next one. So every time, if you've seen any of these recordings before or heard me speak, I'm a very type A, super anal, but everybody loves me personality. I am who I am. But if I were you, I'd be like, listen, all of this is great. You guys have great stories. I'm excited. I really think I want to join your company, but what is the catch, or what is the investment? And you know what? Nobody on this call who's a rep blames you one bit for asking that question, because we all did the same thing. And the investment here is going to get you so much more than you are asked to pay for it. And the reason we ask that, the reason why we say that is because the Business Starter Kit is going to get you 350 of the Optimum Coffee sample packs. So 350 samples, 1 cup of coffee is 1 stick. So we say samples, but it's technically 1 full cup. So you're going to sell those samples. You're going to make 5-day trials. So people are going to buy them from you for $20 each. And with the 350, you're going to make 70 trials. So 350 samples at 5 days each times 70 trials at $20 a piece, you're going to make $1,400. Your investment to make the $1,400 is $575. That position and that price is going to get you that kit. It's going to get you started right, because I can tell you that 9 out of 10 times people want to try it first, and a $20 bill is much different than asking them to go online and purchase a tub of coffee for $60. Now $60, that's $2 a cup. It's far less than those sticks, but there's something about it that people are willing to just throw the 20 down or throw the 20 at you versus the 60. So you definitely need those trials to, what we believe, succeed with this business. We can also promise you that our team, we have a message thread, and we literally are begging for samples all the time because nobody wants to run out. We all get low and we get nervous, and then we do things and offer incentives to new reps and such to get more samples, because you truly never want to run out of samples. You will not lose out on the samples, even if it takes you a little while to sell them. You're going to sell a trial, and then on day 2, people are going to be like, I lost 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds in 2 days. I have no cravings. I am not hungry. I'm sleeping better than I have in a year. How can I buy more? And then they're going to buy something from your website. So not only are you generating sales from your trials and making an income that way, which is cash back in your pocket, but you're also generating sales online right away. So Amanda is going to talk about why you want to come in with the Business Starter Pack. And this is just one tiny way that we earn money here, but it's super important and it's really exciting. So Amanda, go ahead and share that.
Okay, so I'm going to actually talk about the 2 ways that you earn money. The first one is very simple. For everyone's first order, you earn a commission from it. After that, it kind of goes into this pool that has a formula, and you end up earning more money as they continue to build on. So I lied, I'm telling you 3 ways. So those are the first 2 ways that you earn money. But my favorite way, and this is when you come in as a Ruby rep. You do not earn this if you don't come in as a Ruby rep. When you come in as a Ruby rep and you sign up another Ruby rep, and that means you come in with this package, the first 3 Rubies that you sign up, you get $100 from each of them from their sign up. After that, starting on rep number 4 through infinity, you earn $200 on each of those. I'm gonna tell you a 4th way that you earn money. When your reps start signing up reps, you earn $100 from their reps. So they're earning $100, you're earning $100. So it's this long line of income where I think our first couple of checks, and I know Amelia was the same way, we got the check or we got the deposit in our account, and we had to go back and look and figure out, why did we get so much money? Like, I feel like we got overpaid. This was too much. Oh, well, we did it because these people bought, but then because this and this and this happened, all these other avenues of income kicked in, and so we got all these other bonuses on top of just what we thought just what we were expecting. So, but this is probably my favorite because it can grow so fast and so much, is adding Rubies to your team, having your Rubies add Rubies. All it does is remind me of like the Oprah, you get paid, you get $100, you get $100, everybody gets $100, which seems bizarre, but it's true. And I remember one of our uplines was telling us that sometimes he will get $100 bonus from somebody down the line that signed up and he doesn't even know who they are. And I was like, well, how far down can I go? But last week I got my first one. I don't know who the person was. I have to go figure it out. But it goes so far down the line that that you really are getting paid from every direction. So it's really great.
I love it. And that's true. It did happen. And we're both only like 6-ish months in, 7. This is our 7th month. So it's not something that's going to take us years like at the other company, which is crazy. Okay, so I promised that this would only be 30 minutes. So that means I literally have like a minute. And it's totally fine because I can do it. So I am Stacy Warzak, and I'm a wife to my husband, Sean. We literally have been married this month 18 years. I have to update that. I'm a mom of 3. I started network marketing in 2014 after moving 800 miles from my house from home in New York to North Carolina. And I tell you that because a lot of people, they get nervous and think, well, I don't know a lot of people. I'm not good at sales. I'm introverted or whatever. Well, I was all those things also. But the cool thing is because we don't knock on doors anymore and we don't go door to door to sell things, we do talk about it with people we love and that we care about. And today at the dermatologist, I gave my business card because the woman asked me what I did, and I just told her, and she heard weight loss coffee, those 3 words, and she's like, wait, what? I need your card. So she hasn't ordered yet, but she has my information, and if she loves it, guess what? She's telling her whole office. So that's the awesome part of this business model is we do a lot of things on social media. We just share our lives with people, and they want to do it too. I did start this business in October of 2018. And personally, I've lost 15 pounds with Magic Coffee, but the weight loss is so much less than how I used to view food. My mind used to be focused on food from the time my foot hit the floor until the time I went to bed. I would think about what I was eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I would get disappointed if I had to have a good day, a good strict food day, and I would get super excited if we were having pizza. So my obsession with food was legit unhealthy. And this coffee has changed my mindset. It has helped me lose weight, and it has helped me have a healthy relationship with food. And so I could not possibly not share that with the world. So that is me in a nutshell. And we just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know we have some fun happening. If you are a North Carolina resident and you're a Hurricanes fan or a Boston fan, the game is back on. So we tried our best to go between periods. But if you guys have any questions, we want to open it up for a minute or 2 to see if anybody has any questions that you want to ask on you can see my son in the background this whole time. Lovely.
We scored.
I guess we scored 2-1. Okay. Does anyone have any questions that got prompted from what we were talking about? If you do not feel comfortable, if you're an introvert, which you might not believe it, but I am. If you don't want to ask on the call, you can ask the person who told you about the call privately. But if you do have something that you want to ask about, we would love to answer it for you. So any questions before we hop off? No?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
If you don't come in as a Ruby, how does the business work if you don't come in as a Ruby? So
we will all tell you not to come into the business until you're ready to be a business builder. And the reason we say that is you can come in with a $20 rep fee and a 1-box or a 2-box or a 6-box. Mm-hmm. A few things happen. The first major thing is people are going to want to try it, and you're not going to have anything to give them to try it. And they're more apt to say, okay, well, I'm out. The other reason, and the biggest reason, is because the way the comp plan is structured, if you come in with anything less than the Ruby pack or a business builder pack, you only get paid one way, and you get paid one time. So let's say Julie Smith orders a tub of coffee from you in May, and then Lisa Smith orders a tub of coffee from you in May. Well, you're going to get $20 for Lisa and $20 for, who was the other one? The other girl. So now you're $40. But let's say that those same 2 women order again in June. You don't see a penny of that money.
Oh.
Yes. So you leave a ton of money on the table by not making the investment. It will return itself within 45 days to you plus some. And we aren't just saying that because we can. We're saying that because we have almost 90 members on our team. And 30 to 45 days in, they've at least paid their kit back. They've at least had that $600 back in their pocket, whether it be online sales and trials or both. So if you have to wait a few months to get the money together, do that. But coming in with less than the Ruby Pack is really, you'll help our team because those 2 ladies who order again, that's going to help our volume and help our commission checks, but it's not going to do anything for you. So it's really not the smartest thing to do in regards to this type of business.
So do you ever earn your way to a Ruby position? Like if you start lower?
You can, but it takes between 3 and 4 months to get there because it's volume based and it's bringing more reps in based, and it can be less than, meaning you need 2 reps to be a non-bought in Ruby. So they can pay the $20, but again, it's the same thing for them. And I can honestly tell you in 6 months, I've had a handful of people who have come in with less than the Ruby Pack and they are gone. They are no longer here because they don't make any money. So why would they stay, So we do encourage you to wait till you can get it. And then, because it's really a lot of money you'll leave on the table for those several months.
Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Can I say something?
Yes.
And even if you work your way up to Ruby, I think I remember you guys saying that then you still you're not legacy coded, so you don't get the legacy bonuses, right?
You don't. So let's say you sign up as a rep and you get 1 box. And let's say you have someone who you find that wants to be a business builder and signs up as a Ruby. You don't get the $100 from that Ruby, and that doesn't count as your legacy team, as one of your 3. So if you have several people coming in as a Ruby under you and you're not a Ruby or you haven't bought into the Ruby Pack yet, you're leaving that $100 per person on the table, and that's not getting to your 4th person where you start making $200 a piece. So there's just a lot of reasons why to come in right out of the gate. It is a huge amount and it's scary, but it will definitely repay itself, and you will be given the tools to help you get that quickly.
Thank you.
All right.
I just wanted to know so I could tell my friends who are questioning.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Oh, that was me again. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I just wanted to know so I could tell my friends who are looking into the business.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. We appreciate your time tonight. And if you have anyone who does want to watch this call, I'll generate the link and get it to the person who invited you, and they can share it. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye.